Hello everyone, welcome to Moreality. Today we are going to be going over the Pressable component. So let's start by going over to our components folder and adding a new file and doing Pressable component.js. Okay, now we're going to do RF&E and we're going to go back over here to app.js. Go ahead and add our Pressable component. Make it self-closing. Start the server. Okay, as you can see, we have a Pressable component. Our text is showing up in the top left. So let's go ahead and start creating our Pressable component. So we're gonna need a useState function. We're basically going to show, like, every time you click a button, which is going to be the Pressable component, text is going to be increased by 1. So let's go ahead and do const. It's going to be times pressed and set times pressed. It's going to equal use state from React. Make sure you import it, and then this is going to be 0. Alright, and then we're going to create a couple more functions and variables. So we're going to have a let, and we're going to use let because the value of this variable is going to change. So it's going to be equal to an empty string. Okay. And then we're going to have an if statement. It's going to be if times pressed is greater than 1. Then text log is equal to times pressed plus x on press. Else if times pressed is greater than 0, times pressed greater than 0, then text log equals onPressed on press, and we're gonna put that in quotation marks. Okay. Now we're gonna start designing it. We're gonna have Pressable imported from reactnative, and it's going to be a parent, and we are going to add some text in between here. Pressed, it's going to be pressed, question mark, pressed, and then we're going to have or press me. Okay, and up here we're going to start adding the functionality to our Pressable. So it's going to be on press. What's this arrow function, and in the arrow function we're going to have set times pressed to current arrow function current plus 1. That basically gets the count to go up by 1. Alright, and then we're gonna have a style for this, and it's going to be pressed. It's gonna be like this: pressed arrow function array, because we're gonna have multiple styles. This is going to be background color, pressed question mark RGB 210 230 255, like that. And we are going to wrap this like this. Oh, we're good. Then we're gonna do orb whites. Okay. Then right here, we're going to have styles dot wrapper custom. Okay. Now we're going to add one right above the text right here. It's going to be like this: pressed and then arrow function. We're gonna have it return, and then we're gonna place this text that we have right here inside of here. And then that's gonna be all for inside of the onPressable. Okay, then we're going to add a view right here. And in this view, we're gonna have text, and this is going to have test log. It's actually text log. Okay, so now let's add our style sheet. So go at the bottom, RNSS, make sure we import style sheet. And what we're gonna have here is container it's gonna have a flex of 1 and justify content center. So we go ahead and add that to right in this view. So it's gonna be style equals styles dot container. So now everything's centered. We're gonna go ahead and add another style. It's gonna be text. This is gonna be font size of 16. And we're gonna go ahead and add that to the text right up here. Where'd it go? Right. So it's gonna be style equals styles dot text. You see it got bigger. And then now we're gonna add a wrapper custom. Border radius of 8 and a padding of 6. Okay. Looking good. So one more thing, we're just gonna design the log box. So we're gonna have this is style equals styles dot log box. Okay, and then down here, we're gonna define it real quick. So it's gonna be logbox, padding 20. We're gonna have a margin 10, border width of style sheet dot hairline width. Oh, just crashed, so we just gotta reset it. Okay. And then now we're going to have border color. Color of hashtag F0F0F0. Oh, and then make sure you put a comma right after this. Okay. And then we're going to have a background color. Oh. Background color of hashtag F9F9F9. Okay. So as you can see, we have our whole pressable component set up. And now when you go over here and click this, it says on press. Every time you press it, it increases by 1. So the pressable component is basically a step back version of touchable opacity or touchable highlight. It's just a touchable component without all of the appearance effects on it. Alright, that's going to be the end of the video. If you liked it, please subscribe and leave a like. And have a great day. Thank you.